Okay, well, I guess our last question is a fairly broad one, but one I can't resist not asking, which is, what do you see the greatest challenge affecting the hotel market today, going forward? Today and going forward, I guess.
Yeah, no, there's always something. Maybe from an operational standpoint, I think our largest expense is labor, and the unions can't target industries that can go abroad, but so they're spending a lot of time targeting industries that can stay here, that can't move, and that includes the lodging industry, the restaurant industry. So you have not just that, but also you have a lot of living wage ordinances that are being implemented. So all that has to be taken into consideration in the cost structure and the productivity structure. So that's an ongoing challenge, in healthcare costs and what have you. Operationally, I think it's just an opportunity and a challenge is looking at the different services, and it's always been interesting to me, like turn down, like who values that? That can cost a couple $100,000 a year for a hotel, and is that a valuable service? And I think we're seeing, with the fact that the good select service hotels located nearby full service hotels are generating very similar weekday transient rates, that maybe those services aren't as valued, and that we have to rethink the model. And I think that for the first time, people are looking at the full service hotel model and asking themselves, is it becoming at risk of being a dinosaur? Maybe that's a little dramatic, but
no, it's a very interesting point you bring up. I mean, there are new, before I guess for years and years we just had full service hotels, and then we had select service hotels, then we had extended stay hotels, and then we had, the industry seems to be being sort of diced into smaller and smaller, more specific segments. And now we have these micro hotels with the teeny little rooms and no services, and many other sort of ways of trying to set yourself apart. So I think that what you say is very interesting. I mean,
yeah, and there's like
any of those
two
services.
thoughts there is, right, what do people want, right, and who, like we spend so much time on the demand side,
Yeah.
right, but we don't go and understand the consumer perspective.
Right.
Right, so there's that, and then I think you also alluded to the whole brand blur. I mean, we're in the industry, and I can't keep track of all the brands and who their target audience is and what their profile is, and so just imagine the poor consumer.
And that's certainly one of the things we're going to discuss here at the Independent Lodging Congress, and each individual hotel should have its own brand, and our brand's what they used to be, and that's a whole nother discussion. But
yeah, so
wonderful. Thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Appreciate it. Andrew Benioff for Llenrock.com. Thanks for joining us.